Hello everyone, my name is Phil, and today I am here to give you all my Galaxy Dragons deck profile. I have been playing this deck, not this specific build, because obviously throughout the years I've been changing it up, playing against different types of people, different decks. But for the most part, the main build, which you will see in the very beginning, has always been the same. I haven't changed up really any ratios. The amount of this guy I've been playing has been the same for the past 3 to 4 years I've been playing the deck. And I really love the build. I love the deck. I love the monsters in the deck. It's my style. It's everything I love about this game. And I am happy to bring you all my favorite deck of all time. So, I think with that out of the way, I'll just show you all the deck profiles since that's what you're all here for. And we'll start off with the monsters. And to start it, of course, my three Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons. This monster right here has been my pride and joy since I've been playing this game again. I took a break from when I was younger and started playing again, like I said, 3 to 4 years ago. And I started with Dark Magician, but once I realized that there was a deck based around monsters called Galaxy and Photon and all that stuff, I immediately knew it was the deck for me. And so I have my little ghost rare right here, my pride and joy. And I just love this deck, and this monster is the center of it all. Next up, 2 Galaxy Knight. Now, the ratio between Galaxy Eyes and Galaxy Knight has always been the same. People I've seen have usually tried running 2 Galaxy Eyes and then 3 of him, or doing what I'm doing. I prefer the style of 2 of him and 3 of my dragon. I've wanted to sometimes honestly go up to 3 and 3, because it seems like whenever I discard him using Galaxy Soldier, which is the next card, when I discard him using Galaxy Soldier, I sometimes forget I don't have a third one in my deck to add back, and it usually seems to bite me in the ass. But for the most part, all of my combos have been built around just using 2 of these guys, and I seem to be doing pretty okay. I like it. So, 2 of him. Next, 3 Galaxy Soldiers. Now, I already told you that he's in the deck. He's really good for consistency. Everyone will tell you this. People run him in any deck with light monsters. People will just be like, he's an instant level rank 5 if you use him in the right deck. And it's self-explanatory. If you just discard a monster to search himself, he does all that. But I like using him to do my favorite combo, which is just use his effect to pitch my Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to the graveyard, add Knight to my hand, and then go for an instant rank 8. I run Paladin of Photon Dragon. Now, the reason I do this is just because I wanted to try to make my build a little more different from everyone else's, because I want to be called the Master of Galaxy Eyes. What else am I going to do? I don't want to run the exact same thing as everyone else, but I know people run him. But I haven't seen it personally, so I was just like, why not? I'll throw him in the deck. Never do. Next, I'm running 2 Galaxy Wizards. For the longest time, I was actually only running 1 of him, and the reason why is because I was just a cheap bastard and didn't want to buy 2. But using 2 is really handy, because sometimes you just need that extra search. It's really important when you need it, and Galaxy Wizard has just come in and saved my ass multiple times. So he's really good. He searches out pretty much everything in my deck, and well, I mean, he's just a great card. I love him. He's amazing. Next, I'm running Galaxy Mirror Sage. Again, another card like Paladin that I haven't seen anyone else use. And he was one of the first Galaxy monsters I've ever actually pulled, besides my Xyz Tachyon Dragon. And I actually don't know why I didn't put it together, but yeah, I think he was the first Galaxy monster I've ever actually pulled from a tin back in 2014. Is that where he's from? No, he's from Primal Origins. I think I traded for this one, but the first Galaxy monster I ever did pull was Galaxy Mirror Sage. And I got the idea to run him in my deck because of my fiance. Actually, she was just like, "He's really good," and I was like, he's good, but I use him. He's great. Gains me back life points, and if I have a lot of monsters in the graveyard, he can gain me up to like 2,000 extra. That's cool. Um, Next I run two of the baby version of my dragon, Galaxy Eyes Cloud Dragon. This little guy actually is really funny to use Tachyon Transmigration with, because this little baby's name is the reason why half your shit gets negated and sent back to the deck. Just because that little Galaxy Eyes text right there, great. But yeah, I run two of him rather than one from what I've seen a lot of people play, because um, I see a lot of people play Return of the Dragon Lords, and God, voice crack. Um, People play Return of the Dragon Lords to bring back Galaxy Eyes, or they'll play with Felgrand in their deck and stuff like that. Well, I'm playing a pure Galaxy Eyes build, and using Return of the Dragon Lords just to bring back my Galaxy Eyes doesn't really work for me. People will be like, "Oh, but it protects all your Xyz dragons that you got," and it's like, well, I mean, okay, fine. I have other stuff in the deck made to protect them, and I'll get to that stuff later. But the fact that I can use this to bring back any of my dragons rather than just Galaxy Eyes, I can bring back Dark Matter, Full Armor, Neo. I can bring back anything because it has Galaxy Eyes in its name. So I'd rather take that to bring back my Xyz monsters to overlay on top of them with other shit, or just to use cards like Renka Magic and just pull off more combos than just bringing back my ace monster. So this little baby has saved my ass multiple times, and I love this monster to death. It's amazing. Next, this one actually is kind of more nostalgia, and it just fits in with the theme. Um, Curry Photon. The reason I'm using Curry Photon is, again, another one of my fiance's ideas, because she was just like, "Oh, you liked Karibo, right?" Well, I used to use Karibo in my Dark Magician deck. That was my first deck I ever played with. And, I missed having Karibo in my deck, because Karibo always saved my ass in duels. And I was just like, oh, wait, there is one for Galaxy Eyes. Just photons. So I was like, you know what, I'll use them. And it's great going against her, because she has a whole deck that can do, like, 50,000 damage in one fucking turn. And she's flipping me off right now. So I'd rather take 2,000 than 50,000 any day, because who wants to get OTK'd, right? That is it for the Galaxy / Photon portion of my deck. Not really any photons, it's just Curry Photon and then Paladin of Photon Dragon. But those are the Galaxy portion. Now I'm going to get into the Cypher portion, and I'm just going to lay them all out here because I have a little thing I want to talk about them for. I'm running 3 Cypher Twin Raptor, 3 Cypher Wing, and 3 Cypher Mirror Knight. My big problem with these monsters is not their effects, it's not their designs, it's nothing like that at all. The reason why I have a love-hate relationship with their names is just that, it's their names. The fact that Konami made them Cypher monsters instead of Galaxy or Photon monsters means I can't search them with things like Galaxy Wizard or Galaxy Expedition. I can't search them out with anything in the deck besides Mirror Knight, really. And I don't run Cypher as Stranger. He's in my side deck, but I don't ever really throw him in for any side decking purposes. He's just kind of there to be there, so he's kind of included in my deck. But the fact that they're not like Galaxy Twin Raptor, Galaxy Wing, Galaxy Mirror Knight. I think it just would have been a lot more consistent, and it would have been a lot better. Because I think that's the main reason why people play Galaxy Felgrand and all that stuff, rather than kind of a pure build. And even my build's not completely pure. I run Cyber Dragon Infinity, like I said earlier. I'll talk about that one when I get to it, but I just really wish that Konami would have made their names Galaxy or Photons. But regardless of their names, they are great monsters. I love their effects. I love using the fact that they're level 4s to go into Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon and taking my opponent's monster's attacks. But I just really wish that they were Galaxy monsters. It would open up a lot more plays. I'm not complaining about the consistency because the deck is still perfect to me in my eyes. It's just the names is what bothers me, but I still love them either way. They're not leaving the deck. They're amazing. Case closed. Is 2 Accelerate, which Accelerate searches out any level 4 or below Galaxy or Photon monster. Again, goes back to the ciphers with consistency, but this card is to mainly search Wizard or Cloud Dragon. I have Mirror Sage in there too, but I usually use this card just to search out Wizard or Cloud Dragon to summon out my other monsters. Again, like my Xyz and stuff with Cloud Dragon. But 2 Accelerate and then 2 Galaxy Expeditions. Galaxy Expedition says that if a level 5 or higher Galaxy or Photon monster is on the field, I could special summon another level 5 or higher Galaxy or Photon monster. So I can use this thing with, like let's say I have Accelerate and Expedition in my hand at the same time. I can use Accelerate to summon out Wizard, use his effect to make him a level 8, and then activate Expedition to go into another rank 8 immediately right there on my first turn. Little combos I like to do. Next, I think everything is a one-of spells. So let's start with the Galaxy cards, I guess. I got Galaxy 0 here. This summons any Galaxy or Photon monster from my graveyard. Has its effects negated and it cannot attack. But if it would be destroyed during the battle phase, this card can be destroyed instead, and my monster's attack becomes 0. But I usually use this card to sometimes bring back my lower level Xyz monsters, just to upgrade overlay on top of them to bring out my other stuff. Like I can use this with Tachyon to summon Dark Matter or Full Armor and stuff like that. Next, Galaxy Cyclone. I run this card because it's searchable with Galaxy Wizard, and there was plenty of times before I started running this card that where I've been completely screwed because I haven't had Twin Twisters or MST in my hand, and I really needed to get rid of my opponent's back row. So the fact that this card is searchable with Galaxy Wizard was amazing, so I threw it in, and plus it has a graveyard effect to destroy another spell and trap. So next, my 2 rank ups. Rank Up Magic Cypher Ascension, and then Rank Up Magic the 7th one. I cannot tell you how many times this one card has saved my ass. There has been multiple times where people have accused me of cheating and top decking and just completely cheating in this game because I drew this card. And in reality, they were just salty because they couldn't handle my awesomeness of pulling this one card. Yes, I'm a petty bitch. Luminous Dragon Ritual summons Paladin. 1 for 1. Summon out Cloud Dragon. I don't use it for Curry Photon, obviously. Curry Photon's only good in the hand. Unless I want to just make my opponent rage by attacking them with him. Even though he has 0 attack. Foolish Burial. This sends Galaxy Eyes sometimes, or sometimes even Mirror Knight, depending on the situation. I send anything with this. Burial from a Different Dimension. It's great using Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to banish my opponent's monster, and then chain this to send my dragon back to the graveyard so theirs never comes back to the field. Twin Twisters, back row removal. Trade-in, I only run 5 level 8s, and I already have cards to send them out of my hand and into the graveyard. But this one card allowing me that 2 extra draws is really nice. Polymerization. I run Polymerization because my fiance, once again, she's a fusion user, and me being Xyz user, she got a monster, especially just for me to use in her deck. She uses number 83 Galaxy Queen, and I thought that was so nice and so special. And then I realized, oh wait, my deck has a fusion monster. It actually does, and I use it. And I only use this card because I love her so much, and it makes me so happy to use it and then summon out my fusion monster. Next, using Soul. I'm activating Soul Charge in the video. God damn it. I use Soul Charge because this card has actually gone in and out of my deck multiple times, but it keeps coming back. There's been times where I've really needed to bring back just one level 8 or a level 4 or anything, and this card just comes back and brings them back, because while I can't do my battle phase, sometimes just making my monster is all I need. And then the final spell card is Raigeki. Just complete field destruction, and then it sets up my OTKs because I have more than likely 2 4,000 attack monsters on the field, and if I already haven't got rid of my opponent's side of the board yet, just drop this and I pretty much win. Then I only run 4 traps. 2 of them right here is Tachyon Transmigration. This says that if I control a Galaxy Eyes monster, any card activated before this card in the chain is negated. It's shuffled right back into the deck. And if I control number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, or if I can just control Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, actually. So even if I have the Chaos form that I get from Rank of Magic, the 7th one, I can activate this card from my hand, so my opponents can't get rid of it with Twin Twisters or anything. And it keeps it safe until I need it if I have Tachyon Dragon on the field. And then I run Solemn Strike and Solemn Warning. Just need that extra negation. It's just great to save my field and then stop my opponent from playing. That is my main deck, everyone. And now, my babies, my extra deck. Gonna go into this really quickly. We're gonna start off with my Fusion, the card I said that I'm using because of my fiance. Twin Photon Lizard says he needs 2 Photon monsters, so Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, or even Full Armor Photon Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, or even Neo if I need it. There was one time recently where she told me, my fiance, she told me that I'm going to use my Xyz monsters to make him one day. That I'm going to use an Xyz monster with him. And I was like, that's never going to happen. I'm never going to need a situation like that. Why would I fuse my Xyz monsters to make him? And, well, there was one duel where I actually OTK'd her by fusing Full Armor Photon with the Galaxy Eyes in my hand. And so because of that, I was just like, okay, you were right, you little shit. Flipping me off. But yeah, this card, I love it because of her, and it's saved my ass. So he's in here, love him. Next is Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. The reason why I'm using him was because there was one duel specifically where I was dueling against an old friend of mine, and he summoned Dark Rebellion, and I took him with Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, and then I was able to upgrade over him into Dark Matter. And I got the idea just because I was like, ooh, look, a Dark Xyz monster that I can make a Galaxy Eyes monster. So because I did that, I was like, you know what, I really want to use him. He's an Xyz monster, he's a dragon. I just thought it'd suit my style, and I was like, you know what, I really love this card. I want to use it, and now it's one of my favorite cards. So Nova, Infinity. Don't really want to talk about this because while I love Cyber Dragon Infinity and Cyber Dragon Nova, I really wish Konami would make a rank 5 Galaxy monster for Soldier. That's what I really want. I would love it to death if they made that. And I've been talking about making a Cyber Dragon deck just to put these guys in it because I feel bad that I use them in my Galaxy Eyes deck because I'm just nitpicky. I really want to like pure deck. So no hate against these dragons. It's just I really want them to have their own deck, and I want to make that for them. Which Hope Harbinger, Galaxy Dragon, duh. He negates spells. He negates everything. He takes stuff. He takes stuff. I just love trolling my opponent with these guys first turn. And my wife flipped me up again because she hates it. Galaxy Eyes, Tachyon Dragon, and then number C107, Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. My fiance was saying that I never go into Tachyon Dragon anymore, so just to spite her, I started using him a lot more again. Yeah, the reason why I didn't use him so much was just because I really liked saving him to just upgrade into Neo Tachyon Dragon. But you know what? I did feel bad that I wasn't using him a lot, so I started using him a lot more recently. And he's actually coming really in handy, and I remember why I loved just the pure form of him so much. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, and then Neo Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. I keep my dragons in pairs of what they are in my extra deck. Cypher Dragon takes things, Neo Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon takes things, and because of Cypher Ascension, he actually gains 500 attack for every level 4, I believe, level 4 or level 5 or higher monster on my side of the field. So if I take my opponent's entire field and make them all Galaxy Eyes, he gains 500 attack for each, so he can gain up to 2,000 extra attack. And then Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon is amazing because sometimes I can take my opponent's monsters. For example, my Blue Eyes friend, I can take his Blue Eyes and just make more of my dragons because they're all level 8s. Number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, and then Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. These two cards hold a very special place in my heart. Number 62 is actually pretty much my favorite number now. Not even just in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh!, just because of how much these cards are really important to me. I plan on getting him as a Ghost Rare one day because that's his highest rarity. And then I'm going to, for my Galaxy Eyes collection, get him as a Ghost Rare too, but it'll be in Japanese. So right now I do have the highest rarity in English as an ultimate rare of him. But the reason why I love these cards so much is because for an anniversary gift, my fiance, I keep saying her a lot, but I just really love her so much because this deck probably couldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for her pushing me to do my best and then always wanting me to excel in what I love to do. And so that she got me these two monsters for an anniversary gift, and I've just loved them ever since. And this is my pride and joy because this has won me so many matches. And I feel bad that I don't bring out Neo as much as I would want to, but he is great for negating everything on the field. And then Prime Photon is great for setting up just huge amounts of damage, and then even cking my opponent. But I do love these two monsters with all my heart, and I love her so much for giving me these two beautiful cards. So thank you, baby. And then finally, my two monsters in the deck, the two really big hitters at the moment until I get Blade Dragon to go with them to finish the set of them, is Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, and then number 95 Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. Full Armor Photon's Dragon's effect, I'm pretty sure you've all have seen it if you've faced a Blue Eyes or Felgrand or any deck with level 8s, is that he can destroy a face-up card on the field. He has another effect where I can take equipped cards equipped to him and make them Xyz materials, but I've never gotten to use that effect before. But it's there if it ever happens. And then Dark Matter Dragon is, again, another Blue Eyes thing or Felgrand thing, is that he sends 3 dragons to the graveyard to banish the opponent's monsters, and if you detach from him, he can attack twice on monsters. I've tried using 3 dragons in my deck before. I kind of wish they made Twin Raptor a dragon, because then I could use his effect more, but so I don't ever get that effect off. I used to do it because I used to run Galaxy Dragon, the level 4 in my deck, but I took it out. So he's only there for the double attack, and he has 4,000 attack, so it's also really good for just setting up more damage. And then he's also just great for setting up more damage, because I also plan to use him when Cypher Blade Dragon comes out to just even clear more of my opponent's field. But these were the final 2 monsters of my Galaxy Dragons deck. I really hope you all enjoyed the deck profile. I really enjoyed showing it all to you. I just hope that I gave you a little bit of insight to how I think, how I play, and I just really hope that you all have an amazing day. Thank you all so much for watching.
There's a long road just behind you. Everything else